Now, speaking of games, I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons. Okay? And I'm just going to say this personally. We have the injury bug to a T. We can never get over our own feet. We keep tripping over our own feet. And as a die-hard Atlanta Falcons fan, die-hard Atlanta Falcons fan to the core, the injury bug is what's causing me to believe that's going to be our kryptonite this season. But I don't want to say that because the Atlanta Falcons are a playoff team this season. If we achieve anything under 12 wins, this is a underachieving season. In my opinion, you talk about Kirk Cousins, the big signing. Yes, we tampered. It's okay. It's fine. $180 million for somebody that has a right Achilles and a left Achilles that's hanging off by a thread. I still believe in Kirko. ATL Kirko all way. But hey, we got ATL Penix. We got guys on this roster that can be of service. We have guys on this roster that veteran presence that have been to the Super Bowl. That's been there before. Jesse Bates. Okay. We had Calais Campbell, but we let him walk. I'm fine with that. Could we have other guys, second and third year players that's ready to develop, that's ready to get out there and do it? Justin Simmons, on the other hand. Now, Justin Simmons is trying out for the Falcons today, so let's keep that in mind. Hopefully, we do sign him. Not like how the Commanders signed Robbie Chosen Anderson yesterday. I actually like that pickup. I actually like that pickup. Martavis Bryant, also he's back. So let's show a little love to the boys. You know they're back. The 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 two wide receivers that have immense talent, yet off the field stuff continues to be the burden. That's literally Robbie Anderson and Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant was one of the most skilled wide receivers in the 2010s. We remember when the Raiders got him from the Steelers for a fourth round pick. We all thought that was a steal and a half. Come back to look at it, yeah, Steelers won that trade. They did. I don't know who they picked with the fourth round pick or third round pick, but hey, they won. Martavis Bryant, man, I want him to succeed. And you have Jaden Daniels there, so you'll succeed. Robbie Anderson, by the way, signed with the 49ers. Martavis Bryant signed with the Commanders. Excuse me on that. What I will say, that is an insurance policy for Brandon Ayuk. That is an insurance policy right there for a Ayuk trade that is most likely coming at this point. If they sign an extension, this is a coup because you had everybody wondering, okay, now he's going to get traded. Where is he actually going to go? He's not showing up to practice. He's coming to practice undressed. He's just walking around there chilling, dapping up John Lynch, dapping up Kyle Shanahan and others. Where's he going to go? We don't know. I think he's going to go to the Steelers. The Steelers and the 49ers are working to get a third team involved from what I just heard this morning. So let's pay attention to that. Let's see what is going to happen. I don't think the Falcons are going to be a third team. You can see the Panthers, somebody like that, be a third team, accumulate some draft capital. You could even see a team like the Broncos be a team and accumulate more draft capital, and they'll probably ship off one of their veterans who don't fit the timeline. So we can see an NBA type of trade happen here with the NFL, players being moved. Now, you're not getting Minka Fitzpatrick back, 49. I don't know what you think about that. Minka Fitzpatrick is, outside of TJ Watt, their best defensive player. I don't think you're gonna get him. It's tough. It's tough, right? But that's for another video. We're talking about my Atlanta Falcons here. How are we going to do this season? I said 12 wins. In my previous Falcons video, I said 12 wins is the key. If we can get to 12 wins plus, we're making the playoffs regardless. How far we go in the playoffs, that's what's to be determined right now. At best, at very best, I'm going to continue to harp on what I said. At best, NFC title game. At very worst, 10-win season. If we achieve anything under that, It's a major disappointment on the owner off the blank, on Thomas Dimitrov, who is back, and the new head coach Raheem Morris. Now, as a diehard Falcons fan, and I'm not going to say that again, but hey, this is what we need to do. The first preseason game, Michael Penix went crazy. By the way, he was 9 for 16, had 100 and something yards passing. I think it was 104 yards passing with a couple touchdowns that weren't his, and that's what we're going to talk about. Yes, Michael Penix did throw a touchdown, a rushing touchdown. It's okay. It's fine. It's the first preseason game. It's preseason. It's not like it's week one. Now, will Kirk Cousins play the whole season? I would hope so. I would hope he plays all 17 games. Will he? I think we're going to see Michael Penix earlier than we expected. That's why they drafted him, because we know Kirk Cousins can get injury prone quickly. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's actually healthier than Aaron Rodgers. He actually is a little bit more clutch than Aaron Rodgers is over the past few years. I'm not calling him Aaron Rodgers by any chance. Aaron Rodgers is the first ballot Hall of Famer. He is that dude. He is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Obviously, when it comes to the number 12, you can make an argument for number 2 or 3. But for what I see from my Atlanta Falcons, me personally, what's going to be the selling point of the season? What's going to be the knack that people have on this team? What is it that's going to drive this team further into the playoffs and potentially a Super Bowl championship? What about this regime and this core that we have of players? What is it about this core that makes us different from 2020 all the way down to 2024 in this offseason? What is it? We went through a rebuild that we had to go through. Thank God we finally went through one, right? But hey, now that we're here, and Arthur Smith didn't want to call it a rebuild. And I would have been fine with us having a top 5 pick the last 3 years. I would have been fine with that. But here's my thing. Not admitting that you are in a rebuild, like the Cowboys don't want to admit that they're in a rebuild, because they are. I don't want to hear a retool. If they somehow miraculously make the playoffs, we're not going to say they're Super Bowl contenders. They're not. Because in the NBA, rebuilding teams make the play-in tournament. Fine. That's an improvement. Rebuilding teams make the playoffs. They make the wild card game in the NFL. We've seen it plenty of times. So, yes, people get lucky. But at the end of the day, are the Falcons going to be still the rebuilding squad, or are we going to show everybody that we are the contenders? They gave us the easiest schedule for a reason, because they believe that we're just fooling ourselves and thinking that we're not good enough yet. So what the Falcons need to do, ATL Kirko, aka Kirk Cousins, you need to focus on this season. You need to go out there, prove everybody wrong. You have something to prove. You have a better core around you now than just Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Dalvin Cook and others. You have an offensive line that's not just Christian Darrisaw and Riley Reif. You have a tight end that's better than Irv Smith Jr. and a little bit better than TJ Hawkinson. You have the coaching staff that, yes, I think Raheem Morris is a better coach, and I'm being unbiased here, than Kevin O'Connell was, and Mike Zimmer definitely was. You have the staff. You have the regime up top. You have the core. Let's build on top of this core, and let's see what we have in this facility, in this operation, in this organization, in this different scheme, in this different S&O playbook. Let's experience the Falcons way that we have not experienced since Michael Vick is here. Yes, the Michael Vick experience was something different. The Matt Ryan experience was actually kind of cool. The Desmond Ridder experience was the fitter experience. But now we have Kirk Cousins. And I believe in Kirk Cousins, just like I believe in ATL Penix. As you can clearly see how I post on my social media stories, ATL Jacob. By the way, shout out to him. ATL Penix, I'm telling you, it's ATL Kirko and ATL Penix. We are here, and we are here. And we are here again. We are here to stop the narrative and recover from 28-3. We're not 28-3 anymore. We're not the rebuilding team anymore. We're not the 4-12 2020 Atlanta Falcons that blew leads to the Cowboys and other various teams. We are not the team that came in here and looked distraught. We are not the team that wanted to trade up for C.J. Henderson and got A.J. Terrell a Pro Bowler. We are not the team that traded Matt Ryan too late in his prime and got a couple fifth and sixth round picks out of it. We are not the team that Michael Vick almost took to the Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl with. We are not the team that Matt Ryan threw his first ever career pass to Michael Jenkins. Yes, I said Michael Jenkins. I'm going back that far. Michael Jenkins for his first career pass and touchdown. No, we are not fools in 2008, 2009 anymore, how we make the playoffs with a rookie Matt Ryan. No, we're here. This is not 2016 Matt Ryan. I think this team is better than 2016 Matt Ryan in terms of all-around play. If Matt Ryan had Drake London and a Kyle Pitts and a Bijan Robinson with that team in 2017, oh boy, we weren't blowing no lead to the Patriots. I don't care how scripted it was, Roger Goodell. We ain't blowing no lead to the Patriots. If we have half of this team on that team, especially on defense, because we had a young defense. I ain't making no excuses, but this is just the way of the game. And the Atlanta Falcons need to come on and step up because they gave us the easiest schedule because we think that we're fooling ourselves, which means that we need to go out here and dominate various teams and then show up in the playoffs and then let's see who's talking then. Not wild card, divisional. We'll have a bye week, and then we're going to wait for y'all in the divisional. I don't care if it's the Rams. I don't care if it's the 49ers. I don't even care if it's the Panthers, and they have a miraculous season, which I don't think was going to happen. I don't even care if it's the Cowboys. I don't care if it's the Commanders, the upstart Commanders, by the way. I don't even care if it's the New York Giants. We'll take them all. We'll take them all. Even the Arizona Cardinals, we'll stop that offense real quick. You only got one weapon. You gave us your number 2 wide receiver for Desmond Ridder. We appreciate that. We're here. Rise up.